You're listening to the Low Pressure Podcast, the podcast for skiers.
Presented by CMH Heli Skiing and Peak Performance.
Cheers, Aymar.
Cheers, bro.
It's a long time coming.
Yeah.
You have been high on the list of requests to be a guest on the show.
In Spanish? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Spanish. That's why I think that's why you haven't been on yet, because I have to learn. I can learn Spanish. Your English is good though. I know you're a little concerned, but I don't think that you need to worry about it.
Okay.
We did the Freeride World Tour podcast. We did a little segment there over the phone, which makes it even harder.
Yeah.
It's like no problem. But yeah, a lot of Freeride World Tour fans that listen to my show are like, get Aymar on. The other athletes, they're like, you need to get Aymar on. I think I've heard that maybe 100 times. In the first couple of years I was going on the tour, I'd always like look and say hi, but then I don't think we ever like said hello, like had a conversation or anything. Do you know? We were always like, you and I always kind of crossed, or you were standing here and I was standing here.
Sometimes, but I have one interview with you in Baquiera, but online.
Yeah, just this year.
This year, yeah. But not the other seasons.
Yeah, the other years we were always never really. So they're like, get Aymar, and I'm like, I need to talk to him first. I need to find out. I need for you to know that I'm okay. But I'm stoked you're here. So we're here at the Hotel Engelberg in Switzerland, in between the Fieberbrunn Comp and the finals in Verbier. Now, I have to ask you, you had a pretty unfortunate event happen this year where you weren't able to come to Kicking Horse.
Yeah, it's a really bad week for me that days, because at the first of the season I decide maybe compete in Baquiera because in my home and in Andorra, and after that decide if I go or not to Canada. But finally I take a good result in Andorra. I finished 4, and I recover all my motivation, because after my crash in Baquiera, it's another hard moment for me, because a lot of people are there supporting, families, friends, and all the crowd. It's a crazy competition for me. I don't know in English what the name is, like a montaña rusa.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Montaña rusa.
Montaña rusa of the emociones.
Of emotions, yeah. Montaña rusa de emociones.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
and yeah, when I crash, it's like fuck. It's hard to for my mind, but when I am okay, I check all my body after the big crash, and when I see all the people crying on the front of the venue, it's like, okay, that take your moment. Now it's for you that moment. Maybe it's the last moment you live that things.
Right.
And it's crazy, because I don't know how much people are there, but a lot.
I heard there's like 15,000 people. So I'm gonna give.
No, that is too much. That is 15. So? Yeah, this 50,000 people, but in all the resort. But during the competition, just in the ski man is the last category. Maybe 5,000-6,000.
5,000-6,000 people are watching a Freeride event.
Crazy.
At your home resort. So, for those people that don't know, you basically organized an entire event at your home resort. Japan, obviously with COVID, we couldn't do Japan. They needed a replacement. I was talking to you and I was talking to Nico, and basically you set up the entire thing. You were just going between the ski resort, going between the Freeride World Tour to bring the event to to Baquiera.
I try to do that. I dream a lot of times with this moment, no, to have one event of the Freeride World Tour here in Val d'Aran, because I know the people is super fanatic about the World Tour. A lot of people is following in the
Is
internet.
that because of you specifically?
No, I think some people now knows the Freeride World Tour for my last results on my last seasons, but he have a really good traditional in Val d'Aran about the Freeride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the people follow the competitions a lot, And I told with this about Nico, if you go to Valdaran, you have a really good venues. Normally you have good conditions. The ski resort is big. I think it's really good place for everybody. And if you go there, I think you have a lot of people in the comp date. If it's a weekend,
if it's a weekend, it's going to be a party.
It's really similar to Verbier. And he goes, yeah, it's true. Why? And I tried to send some videos about the local competitions, and I started to send another options, the venues. I started talking with the ski resort if it's possible, if it's be able or not, for the ski resort, and finally, everything works.
Yeah, it was a great way to start the year. That comp was so entertaining. I think that was one of the best comps I've seen in a long time. Just everything from you skiing the craziest line I think I've ever seen. Like you said, you crashed, but I think people were still fired up because you are known as like the stump nugget. You're just this compact, strong who just sends the biggest, gnarliest lines. I remember, what was it last year? Was it after Verbier? And Reina posted that meme, everyone back in Spain so they showed they like superimposed your run on the television in this massive bar, and you hit your massive run, and then everybody lost their shit. And I started laughing, and then I looked into it more, and that's kind of what it is. You're a superstar in your country, and I wasn't really aware of how big like freeride skiing really was, like you just mentioned. Like, dude, like, so some of your sponsors are like Ford. And you had like a travel company as well for a while.
Yeah, Anatomic and North Face.
You right?
Yeah.
So you've got big sponsors that extend beyond skiing. So in Spain, is like freeride bigger than say like downhill racing? Or like I wouldn't have thought like skiing was that big as a sport in Spain.
I think 10 years ago is not too much recognizing the sport. But
wait a
now
second. How long have you been freeriding for? 10 years?
Something like this.
Okay.
But right now take a lot of importance in the culture in Spain, because now the people in Spain the first time is okay, the freeride is like only for crazy guys, only for stupid people. Is the mentality of in Spain the first years is like this.
Yeah.
But now it's changing, and now when you go one part of the day to the ski resort, everybody have a fat skis, everybody have a backpack, everybody have a stuff about in the same direction that like the freeride, no?
Yeah.
Now the ski clubs, all the ski clubs in Valdaran have the section of freeride. All the kids, it's changing. 5-6 years ago was the idols is the ski alpine or football.
Yeah.
But now it's changing, and for the kids in Valdaran to have all the riders there, it's crazy when I see the day after the comp. In the presentation, in the beep draw, it's crazy. I don't know how much kids are in that moment or in the competition, and that's perfect the timing in the competition because it's just started super late at 1, I think, and it's perfect because just the clubs finish at 1,
and they can come watch,
and all the clubs finish the day just in the venue, in the bottom of the venue,
yeah,
and all the fathers, all the clubs, all the trainers, everybody are there. It's a big party for the Valdaran community and for the Spanish guys.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And like, so one of the reasons why everyone said have Aymar on, they're like, dude, we can't walk through town with that guy. He's like a superstar. He's like a football star.
No, but I don't have the same money.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. What is Brett Tippy is a guy that I do another podcast with. He says in the ski and bike industry, you could literally make hundreds of dollars. No. But it's amazing because they all said Aymar's a hero to all these people, and seeing that freeride has gotten bigger and bigger. You've been the guy for so long, but now the new generation is coming through, like Abel.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Abel is a crazy man. He came out and wasn't really aware of him, but seeing what he was able to do those first couple comps, the big airs that he hits, you can tell that it's exactly the style of Aymar Navarro.
But it's better because he have a freestyle. It's big mountain with freestyle.
That's the development, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's when he qualifying to the World Tour. I write sometimes about that. Don't worry, Abel. You have Abel for many years. If he have lucky with the body, but he have a really good style. He's super strong rider. He have a really good mentality, and this is super important for the Freeride because if you are a good technique, you are a really good skier, but you don't have really good mentality to take the pressure and to put
the pressure and
yeah,
deal with the nerves
yeah.
and just the anxiety and just be able
This
to
is
focus.
this is super important, I think, because a lot of people when arrive, the rookies, when arrive to the World Tour, he won, and if you go with that attitude, it's good. Maybe works, sometimes works, but sometimes doesn't work. And if you fall to comps, you are out for the next season. And
Right.
And this is important. Abel, is the first rookie come to from Spain come to the World Tour, but I think it's coming more good riders because in the junior tour a lot of Spanish guys is pushing a lot, and the qualifier too with Pote, one girl, Elizabeth. Yeah, I think it's coming more Spanish guys.
Really? So there could be a new wave of Spaniards on the tour, which is...
I cross my fingers for that.
Yeah, really, really cool. Do you think, do you plan on competing for a few more years?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I need to decide because that season when I finished last season here in Beret, third is like, okay, it's perfect to finish. I'm super happy.
You finished third? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my best result. I dream a lot of times to compete only, to arrive to compete in one competition on the World Tour. You are now in the finals, and you are now in the podium in the finals in Bavaria. It's like perfect finish.
You're happy, yep.
But after that, I have the opportunity to have the comp in Baquiera, and it's fuck. And Abel qualifying to the World Tour is like fuck. It's two big things to continue 1 year more, and that season is okay. It's good to continue one season more, and now with this shit, the COVID shit, and I have like a montaña rusa again.
And you're just trying to figure out what you want to do.
And now I don't know. Now I take the wheelcar to come to Verbier, and super happy. I need
a wild card because you ended up missing Kicking Horse because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right. Which I don't think many people really talked about too much, but it was just, everyone's like, oh, come. I was like, where's Aymar? So I hadn't seen it. And they're like, oh, you got COVID. You didn't hear, like, right. You went through everything and it happened right before your flight, right?
Yeah, it's really strange because I don't have symptoms, never. Never. And the last 3 weeks, I'm testing during 2 days. 2 days.
Two times a day, yeah.
And I don't know, when I take the PCR...
PCR test?
Yeah, PCR test. I just the day after to take the plane to go to Canada in Barcelona, just in the airport, I am positive, and it's like, no, it's impossible.
Right.
Try again, because no, if you won't try again, you need pay again. Okay, I pay again, and it's the same result, and it's like I don't have the COVID, the results say I have some rest of COVID.
Like antibodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, I know what you mean.
But the result depends of the country. It's I don't know, in English it's 35 ciclos. It's to detect the COVID, but you have some rest of COVID, but it's not
you're not
to contaminate the people.
Yeah, you're no longer contagious, but there's still a little bit inside you, kind of thing.
And I tried to talk with the laboratory about I need to go there to qualify into the finals, the World Tour, blah 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 blah. No, and ciao, back home.
Oh man, what was that like for you? You must have been devastated.
Yeah, it's really hard week for me because with the 4th position in Andorra, it's super easy to qualify into the finals. And my dream is arrive to Berbia with Abel, with another Spanish and Aranese guy. And when you finish like this, it's like, oh, maybe now is my last comp in the world tour.
You had that thought.
Because if I am not qualifying for the cut, I don't have place for the next season.
And it must have been worse because the cut got moved up this year, right? It was changed this year.
And to qualify into the finals, only I need finished I think 15.
You stay on your feet.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Right.
Maybe I arrived there and I am crashed. That's it. That's true.
But at least you get a chance, right?
Yeah, but it's really easy to qualifying, and it's like, fuck no, man. It's for me. That week was horrible to manage my mind, but I am here now. I am recover everything.
As a wild card, I'm really glad. I'm really glad that you came. I think it was the right decision, honestly. You know, for everything that you've done.
Thank you.
For the World Tour, like you're a staple of the tour. You're one of the draws for the tour, but also what you did with Baquiera. You've set up an entire event. You brought all of these people who are so fired up. Like, that was because of you. You may be very humble, but you know, you work hard at it and it pays off. So in my mind, I'm like, they're gonna give him a wild card for Verbier. They have to. They have to. You know, which is really good. I'm glad.
Thank you.
So, you know, what do you think of the new format? Do you like it? I know it didn't work out in your favor this year, but overall?
Yeah, it's different, and I think it's good if the sport it's have one evolution.
Evolving,
because,
yeah.
Evolving. Because if it's the same all the season, all the same people, I think it's good to change a little bit. And only the bad luck in Fierbrum was the conditions about the snow, but in all the Europe is the same.
Oh, dude,
right now.
it's such a bad. I can't believe how bad and unlucky.
Yeah, it's really unlucky that season because in all the stops was not the best conditions to.
It's a struggle every time, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's good to have one final in Fierbrum with 2 runs, and I love that. I think it's one of my favorites.
Were you planning
sports.
on? Did you know if you're gonna do the same run twice, or because you were watching it? I know, and you're like, I would hit that run.
Yeah, I have some ideas, but it's for me.
Yeah.
Maybe if I go the next
you
season,
save it for
I
next
need,
year. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. Well, I'm glad that you're here and that you stopped by. So, I don't really know much about you. I know a few things about you, but you've got a kind of a cool story as well. So you grew up in Valderan, like in the ski town, like or like in a bigger city, and then would you drive when you were a kid?
Yeah. In Valderan, the ski resort is on the top of the valley, and the bigger city is Viella, is the capital of Valderan.
Which city?
Viella.
Viella.
Yeah, and around Viella you have a lot of small village. It's Viella have 6,800 8,000 8,000 people
Yep.
live there. It's the biggest city,
Village,
small
town.
village, village town,
Yep.
in Valderan, and the other village was maybe 1,800 people.
So it's the big one. There's lots of little ones around.
Yeah.
Now, does each one of those little towns
and-
have a mountain or like a
You
resort?
have mountains around all the valley, but I live I'm born in Les, is the last village of Valderan, but I have the way to arrive to the ski resort. It's long because it's 42 kilometers to arrive, and if you go up or you go down, it's 80 kilometers all the days,
Oh, jeez.
and it's a lot.
So did you just ski on weekends when you were growing up?
No, I ski when I'm younger, weekends only, but right now I changed and I live now in Viella. I have 15 kilometers.
Yeah.
It's more easy, and in my work it's in Viella because I work in the firefighters.
That's
and
right.
It's just in Viella, and it's more easy for everything.
So that's my next question: is you're a firefighter,
Yeah.
which is a pretty cool job. You must have like the coolest job in the fire department. See, so I know in Canada, in North America, as a firefighter, you work, I think shift work. Some work 4 days in a row, and you get a couple days off. You're at the
Yeah.
at the place the whole time.
Yeah, it's similar.
And then they get a lot of time off as well. You can take 2 months off here or a month off there.
No month, but I have a lot of days, and to come here, I change my dates with my buddies.
Your coworkers, and your
Yeah.
friends, and they're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and it's perfect. Yeah, I have free. After when I finish the competition or when I finish the winter, I work a lot to recover all that days. But yeah, I don't have problem because my friends was super nice, and if I need days, it's not a problem.
Yep. That's pretty cool. So how long have you been doing that for? Have you always wanted to be a firefighter? How did you end up doing that job?
How much time?
When did you start? Like why did you become a firefighter? How did that happen?
I don't know, because I love that. When I am younger, all my toys are
Fire trucks?
Yeah, fire trucks.
Yeah.
And when I have the opportunity, when I am 18 years old, I entering with the volunteer firefighters.
Yep.
And now I have a fixed place, like a professional.
Yep.
The last 5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and now I have the place with the mountain rescue, because in Valdaran it's a little bit different than the other places. In Valdaran, you have ambulances, firefighters, and mountain rescue.
No police?
No police for the moment.
Really? That sounds amazing.
And depends the day. I work in the ambulance. Some days I work in the firefighters, and a lot of days in the mountain rescue.
Oh, really? So you kind of do all
At the same place, the firefighters, you have 3 options.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like search and rescue, like you'd have in Canada, but it's an actual, like, is mountain rescue something you have, like, there's people working every day? Because I know at home, search and rescue, you're on call. Okay. So if someone gets lost in the mountain, you have a call that, hey,
yeah,
everyone gets called, and then people go in and they get ready and they go find.
But it's firefighter or it's volunteer?
It's all volunteer.
Yeah. Okay.
But they have firefighters that are on the search and rescue team.
Okay.
But it's a volunteer organization for the mountain.
Okay.
Now, is that the same in Spain, or is there people that are always working?
All the time working.
Really? Is there a lot of people that get lost in the mountains all the time?
No lost. I have more rescues with a helicopter when the people crash in the middle of the mountain.
Oh, like broken legs and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like ski patrol?
No, ski patrol is all in the ski resort.
Mm-hmm.
And I am in the base, in the firefighter base, and if only I go to the emergency if the guy need a rescue with a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
And I go with helicopter, you go down with the cable.
Yeah.
You arrive there.
Are you like getting lowered on the cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're that guy?
Yeah, with the harness.
And you set him up on the thing and you hook him up. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That must have been some fun training.
Yeah.
Was it scary the first time that you did it?
Yeah, the first time it's crazy when you are in the helicopter and you put the cable in the harness and okay, you go down now, and when you see the bottom, it's like fuck, it's so high that. But now, yeah.
When you learn, did you have to get like attached to somebody and you both go down, or they're just like, all right, get out?
No, because if you need that, you are not the person to work in that position.
Probably the other people on the tour probably just like, dude, just pretend it's a big cliff and just send it. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, I got this. Do you think that doing things like that help you on the Freeride World Tour, or does it have the opposite? Because when you're rappelling off of helicopters and you're doing all this like extreme stuff, it may set you up being like, oh, I can do this strong. But also, when you get to the bottom of the rope and you see somebody with a bone sticking out of their leg, and you're just like, oh shit.
That's real.
Yeah, right? Does it like affect you how you it doesn't look like it does.
I have lucky because I don't know why, but when I arrive to competition I am rider, and when I'm working I am firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to separate the mind. When you are in one side, you are in one side, and it's not good if you
mix.
Yeah.
So you can do that. You can just cut it off.
Yeah.
Right. So if you see like last week at Fieberbrunn,
Yeah.
And you see Jess Hodder, who was just
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Head, feet. And then you see Abel, who,
Yeah.
is like your protege. You're his mentor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's flipping. Jamesa crashes. I think Manuela
And me
crashed.
and Baquiera.
Yeah,
It's the
right.
same.
Well, see, it's different when it's you. But
Yeah.
when you see someone who is not only like a competitor, but on the Freeride World Tour, everybody's a family. Like they're your family.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody, like the kid from Spain that backflipped to his head in the second event.
Yeah, Andorrano.
Andorra, right? And you're a first responder. Like you said, you separate it, but there still has to be a moment when you're like, I need to. Do you want to go and make sure like?
Yeah, and more information than the other riders because you see a lot of crashes and you rescue a lot of people like similar crashes. And when I see some crashes, it's like, oh fuck! Now I need the helicopter. Now I pop.
Oh, so you're planning,
yeah.
yeah. So like you're like, where's the helicopter? Why isn't this guy here? He needs to be doing this right now. And have you ever gotten to a point in a competition where you had to like step up and say, hey? Like,
yeah. Sometimes like this.
Really?
That's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Have you had to like roll your sleeves up and then get in and help?
Yeah, if I need the guy my help, of course.
Yeah.
For me, first is the security, and after is the comp.
Really.
Of course.
Yeah. That's.
And more if he's my friend.
Yeah, even more, even more so. Have you had to do that with anyone?
No.
No. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers. Hopefully you don't ever have to, right? Oh, that's wild. So that's it's interesting because a lot of people who are on the Freeride World Tour. You've been 10 years on the tour now?
I think this is my 7.
Oh, only 7?
7.
Only 7? No, I was kidding. So 7 years on the tour is a long time. How old are you? Like 30?
32.
32, right? So you already have a career, right? Not many people on the Freeride World Tour have a full career. Like as soon as you stop, you have 2 choices. You could stop the tour tomorrow and then go and be a professional skier, film skier, expedition skier. You're very, very, you'd be one of those people that everyone wants to have on tour with you because of all of the knowledge that you have. Like you'd be a great guy to have in the backcountry on your team. You know what I mean? So you could do that. You could go that route. And like you're here in Engelberg for a North Face, like a North Face summit, right?
Yeah.
How many North Face trips go? And how much, if you came up with something interesting, they would set you up, right?
Yeah, and that is my idea, no? When I finish my career with the competitions, is starting. Now I am working in both things about filming projects and competing.
Mm-hmm.
But now with my work, it's too much, and to manage
it's 3.
It's 3 things.
2 maybe.
Yeah.
3 not so much.
3 is too much. The last 2 seasons was super hard for me to organize all the calendar and too much stress because maybe just when I have a good conditions to filming at home, I need traveling to the world tour, or maybe I need recover 2 days because I need competing in Fiebrun and I need change the days and it's not possible filming. It's like all the season is like this. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's I compete 7 seasons and I'm super happy with that experience. Maybe 1 season more was okay after that that competition, but I don't know. I need to take a break. I need rest all the summer, and after that I decide because sometimes it's like it's okay, Aymar, if you finish it's okay, but I love the world tour. I love the family Freeride World Tour, and when you're traveling around the world with all that athletes, when you are training, you need push.
Yeah.
And you normally when you are skiing with your friends, you are in the zona confortable. I don't know.
Comfort zone.
Yeah, comfort zone.
What is that? What is it called?
Zona confortable.
Well, no, comfort. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And when you're with these guys, you are maybe at 90% all the fucking runs. and
yeah, like you
that's
feel like as when you're lining up at the top,
yeah,
and you got Reina here, and you got Christopher here, and you got Carl, and you know what I mean. You got Paul, and you're like, these are my boys. I'm like, let's go, right?
yeah, and it's good because it's the secret to the evolution, because if you are in the comfortable zona,
Yep.
you stay there and the evolution is down. But when you are skiing with these guys, it's wow, it's really really good.
So it's a special thing, right? So you've got all of these things going on, and you're kind of sounds like you're at a stage in your life where you're trying to figure out. You pick two, right? I got all these three things going on. You pick two, so maybe because this season was so funky and so weird, maybe you do another season. So when I moved to Whistler, I said I was going to go for one season, right? And it was a really good season. I had the best time ever. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do another one, right? And then the other one, it was not great. The snow was crap. It wasn't very good. And I was like, I can't leave with this as my last season. I'm going to do another one. And there was another one with an average snowfall. And I was like, okay. And then I got the fourth year. It was a good snowfall. And I went, oh, that was great. I'm going to do that again. And I just got stuck there. 20 years later, I'm still living there, right?
Oh, wow.
So.
But that's not my plan. 20 years in the world tour, that's impossible.
Wait, you don't want to be like Reina Barkred?
Yeah, but Reina, it's another level.
He's going to be 50. He's going to be competing on the tour with his child.
Yeah.
His new baby. He's going to be like... He's going to be competing.
Imagine if it's the same.
Can you imagine? 58-year-old Reina Barker.
No, but of course, if it's not this the last, maybe...
maybe one more.
Maybe
so you
one
think,
more,
you're kind of winding down? Now, so I was, I'll get to where I was kind of talking about your, the career with the firefighting and whatnot. But before I get to that, do you think that moving into an administration role, like working with the Freeride World Tour, might be a possibility? Because you did spend so much time building the relationship with Baquiera, with the Freeride World Tour. You made that really amazing event happen, and it was like, I hope it goes there every year. We could hear the crowd on the TV, like screaming and yelling as people were rolling through. Like, it's wow, we need more of that. So, and like I said, like we covered it, you're a big part of that. Would that be something that maybe you'd be interested in moving forward, is being on like the
I don't know,
the administration side of it?
I don't close never the doors.
No,
it's everything is open because you know what happened in the future. I like a lot when I working with Baquiera and the World Tour to have one stop in Valdaran. It's a hard work, a lot of meetings, and you need to know too many things, and
lots of emails.
A lot of emails, yeah, but it's a good work because finally for you valley, for you people.
Yeah, you're doing stuff for your home, right?
For my home, and I know the World Tour, I know my home, and it's a perfect connection to help everybody, no?
Right.
And I think it's, I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
You seem to have so many options. So what I was getting to before is like you have, unlike many people on the tour who are all young in their 20s, like when you started, right now they're just traveling, living, skiing, doing other things, right? But you have a full career, right, that you can easily fall back on. Now, are you... And I think that maybe one of the questions I was going to ask: are you ready to just do that fully, or is that the easiest part of everything you do? Like the organizing the travel, organizing the Freeride World Tour, is working at the fire hall the easiest part?
It's not easy.
Well, in terms of organization of your life.
Yeah, I think it's easy if only have this, but when you have a lot of many things in your life. It's not easy. It's not easy. When you have free, it's whatever. If you stay in Canada 10 days or 20 days, whatever, you don't have too much more, and that's perfect. When you are young, it's the dream, no? For to compete in the World Tour with everybody, filming some days and traveling, whatever, if it's to come Saturday, Sunday, or
Doesn't matter.
or the next month, because you are all the season focused in that.
Right.
But it's different when you are a little bit more old and you have another responsibilities. It's easy to to prepare everything.
Do they ever give you? Does like your bosses ever give you hassle? Do they ever give you, like, are they either angry at you or upset at you? Like, ugh, come on,
Me
man!
or-
Because you're traveling and you're skiing,
And
you
my
have
bosses in the firefighters.
yeah, and you have to switch your shifts around all the time. Do you ever have anyone ever given you a hard time, or do they ever sit you down and say, "Aymar, you
No,
have to choose"?
no, no, no. I don't have problems in my work, but yeah, I understand it's not the best for all my life have that life.
Mm-hmm.
But he understand that it's my moment, and the boss is not my friend,
Yeah.
real friend, but it's friend.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You're
I work
good
all the days.
relationship.
Yeah, I have
yeah.
a good relation, and he understand. But yeah, it's like how many years more like this, Aymar?
Does he ask you that? Yeah, yeah. So that's maybe why you're thinking maybe one more, maybe one more. It was a bad year. I had COVID. I got cut. Maybe we'll do one more.
Yeah.
But you're getting to that point where you're ready to shift, where you can work at the fire hall, and then choose some days off, and then maybe say, okay, we're filming on these days.
Yeah, but if I finish the world tour, it's not finish my career. I finish only the competition career.
Right, and then
I
you go
continue,
filming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
continue to filming, and if I go to filming, I go big again,
Mhm.
and I need a lot of days because the projects are big, and my idea is to go to another parts of the world, like maybe to Peru, maybe to Nepal, to try with high altitude to ski. Yeah, this is
So do you want to go ski gnarly lines, or do you just want to find like big giant Aymar cliffs that nobody's hit yet?
nah, that is important. It's another different type of ski. When it's like now I am filming in my home in the Czech project.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of that project is climb the lines,
Mhm.
some ice lines or winter lines,
Yep.
and go down for the same place. And
Yep.
this
First
is the
descents and stuff.
something like this. Yeah, if it's not the first, the second or third, not much descents.
Right.
And
And that's in Pyrenees.
yeah, in Pyrenees.
Yeah.
And the type of ski or to that project is totally different than the when I am competing.
Right.
Because in that venues or that mountains, it's no fall zone. It's super steep, super exposed, and it doesn't exist the wall fall. It's impossible
Yeah,
fall in that
you
in
can't
that
fall.
zone. Yeah, because
So you can't turn around and point it off a 50-foot cliff and then another one
Yeah,
and then straight line to the bottom. It's very different style of skiing
it's
than
so
what
different. It's another war.
it's a very different style of skiing from what we know you do.
Yeah.
You know how to do that, and I'm sure you do that all the time, but no one sees it, which is really interesting that you want to be able to put that on. Is it important to you to be able to show people that you're not just this guy that can just ski straight and launch massive cliffs? Is it important for you for everyone to know that you have a different side of your skiing?
Yeah, of course, and I'm totally different. And I like both. That's the problem. It's not I prefer this and no, I prefer both type of ski, and
Yeah.
it's different because when you are competing, it's like you have a lot of pressure. You need separate about when you are competing. Imagine you are in the start gate with the helicopter, with the drone, with the camera, with the speaker, with the crowd. You have a lot of things in front of you, and and you need to go when the starter day 3, 2, 1 now. And it's wow to manage all this. When you see in the TV, you don't see nothing about that because it's like maybe it's possible to go
Right.
more fast, more I don't know. But when you are there, the pressure was crazy,
Yeah.
crazy to manage that. And when it's coming the young people, it's important to not only the technique of ski. You need to prepare your mind,
Your mind, yeah.
for that.
So it's still kind of the same though, but it's not as immediate. So it's kind of like
of course.
when you're skiing these no fall, like the word fall doesn't exist. It's still as big a pressure, but it's different.
It's different.
But it's not
totally
as
different.
it's not as immediate. It's not like right now. It's more of a
The
it's
competition is super explosive. Everything
explosive.
is
Yeah.
like, "Brrr," and it's okay.
Mhm.
And if you fall, normally it was okay. But in the other activity, start depression 2 days before.
Really,
To
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, to prepare if it's good the condition, if it's not, to prepare all the stuff, to prepare all the camera stuff. And when you arrive there, you are during all the activity. It's starting normally at 4 in the morning, and you finish at 1, 2. It's all that hours is like out of pressure, and when you finish, it's like when is the moment when you have the adrenaline, like
Right.
wow.
You finally did it. Yeah. Do you find that you're able to deal with that long anxiety or that long pressure? Is it different for you than the explosive pressure like you get Freeride World
Yeah,
Tour?
it's really different.
And are you able to take one or the other and help, or is it totally different things?
Yes, it's totally different.
And do you prefer one or the other?
No, I prefer both.
Do you? And
Yeah,
is that what you're
I
like?
love though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love both, because sometimes I prefer the other one, because it's my project. It's I decide when I go, I decide what venue I go,
Yeah.
and competition is not this. Is when the starter
Mm-hmm.
is 3, 2, 1. You need go. You have public. You have the judges
Right.
judging your run, and you need ski in that venue because the organization want to compete in that venue,
Right.
whatever, if you like or you don't like. For this reason, uh, some people ask me about that, about why you don't have tricks in your lines, why you don't try.
Yeah. How come you haven't been at the trampoline gym in the summers, Aymar?
No, because when I check the venues, I check my line. For me, that the most important is not the points. For me, the most important is when I arrive in the finish area and I finish my line.
The way you want to ski it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This for me is like, wow. After, if it's the points was going up, it's perfect, no? But for me, I don't see the mountain about some riders. Like, maybe here I have 5 points, here 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. Maybe I need another one. No, for me this is not the.
That's interesting that you say that, because your runs are usually short, fast, one or two big things, and you're done.
Yeah.
That's always been I'm just realizing that now. That's really neat that you said that, because that's how your runs are. You don't go over here and you don't do this and you don't try and do that. You just go bam 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 bam, and then you're at the bottom because it's big and it's fast and wild.
Because when I see the mountains, when I see that the mountain is like, wow, okay, where do you want go, Aymar? Where is you? Yeah, it's like this. It's not wherever, if it's competing or if I am riding for my friends or if I filming. Well, I like this. Okay, let's go there.
That's cool. Now, a question, I think we may have talked about it before, but like when it comes to like firefighting and the pressure of being a firefighter and the pressure of the Freeride World Tour, you said you were a firefighter before you started competing.
Yeah.
I bet you there's very similar pressures with those two things, right? You're at a fire or you're at a car accident, and it's
a different pressure or a different adrenaline,
mm-hmm.
but finally it's pressure, and if it's adrenaline.
But you're able to control it.
Yeah.
Like you're able to manage it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that being a firefighter helped you with because you did that first?
Yeah, maybe.
Helped you with the Freeride World Tour, being able to like tighten that in?
I think everything helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same when I go with one rescue. Maybe the World Tour helped me to manage all that pressure.
Yeah.
And now everything with different types. When I'm filming as a steep ski, when I'm competing in the World Tour, and when I have a really crazy rescue, everything helped me to control my body,
right,
and with my mind.
Right.
Both.
Cool. Well, that's good to have. Do the firefighters ever? Do you ever be like, oh, don't worry about this. I got this. Did you see me ski that thing? This is nothing.
No, but yeah, it's crazy. I don't have in my mind that, but today when I talking with you, it's like, yeah, all the fucking days I have pressure in my fucking body.
Yeah, every day, man. I think you thrive off it. It's interesting. Maybe you need to go sit on a beach for a few days. I don't know if you'll be able to do that. So I need to ask you. So I sent some texts out. I said, hey, what do I need to talk to Aymar about? And I showed you my phone. What was that word that Christopher sent me? The peach.
What's the name?
The starts with a P. The Pixote? I couldn't read it. I didn't know if he was sending it to me in Spanish or he sent it to me in
Pote.
Pintxo Pote. What is that? He told me to ask you about the Pintxo Pote.
Yeah, the Pintxo Pote is it's to explain in English is, I try to do my best, okay.
All right.
all the Thursdays in Valdaran, in Viella, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
In Viella have a lot of bars around in the center of the village, and all the Thursday have the Pintxo Pote. It's one pincho, it's bread and ham or whatever. All the bars have difference.
So each bar has beer. like a beer and a snack.
Beer, just a small beer or wine with some potates to eat.
Pintxo Pote.
Yeah.
So it's like a pub crawl.
And you start in one bar and you follow different bars, and when you finish, okay.
So
because the beer it's normal beer, but to eat it's small.
Right.
And you drink more than you eat.
So this is every Thursday?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
If you want to. So it's like a pub crawl. And do like most locals do this?
Yeah, locals and non-locals.
Yeah, tourists and stuff too.
Yeah. And after that, if you want, it's possible to continue in the pub. And if you are super strong, you have the opportunity to go to the discotheque and finish at 7 or like this.
And you? Do you spend a lot of time?
I finish normally in the pub.
Right, and then
or bar or pub.
And the only time you end up at the disco at 7:30 is when you got your uniform on and you got to go take someone home.
Sometimes.
You're right.
Yeah.
Pintxo Pote. Okay, I'll remember that. And how many bars and how many would you go to?
Wow, a lot. 20, 25.
Yeah.
It's impossible to arrive in all the bars. But yeah, maybe 6, 7, 8. And after you go to normally the normal thing is take 4, 5 after go to dinner and after go to the pub.
Okay, so have dinner.
This is the safe route.
So it's not like you don't necessarily have like a pub that is one that you go to all the time, but you always go and pub crawl.
Yeah.
Really? So I know most places everyone has their neighborhood pub, and that's the only place they go to. They spend all the time.
You have 2, 3.
2 or 3. Yeah. All right, another one too. He said something about ask you about Chile, Argentina, South America.
Yeah, this is my second home.
Oh yeah, you spend a lot of time there in the summers.
Yeah, maybe 6 with Freeride 5 seasons, and when I am competing in the alpine ski, 5 seasons more.
That's the South American comps.
Yeah. And
so okay, how do you get that time off? Because you're already talking about getting all this time off for the fire department. So you compete on the tour, which is a big chunk of the winter, and then you disappear to go to South America.
Yeah, but 1 month. It's when I have holidays.
Okay, so that's your holiday.
I take my holidays and few days, and normally I go 1 month, maybe 1 month and a half, something like this.
Where do you go?
Well, around all the Chile, Argentina.
So it's basically like you're doing a Pintxo Pote of all the ski resorts in South America?
Yeah, like this. Yeah. I following the storms.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, but yeah. I check the forecast, and when I see if it's going to, I don't know, in La Parva, I go directly 2 days before to La Parva. And
Really? So do you rent a car and then go, or do you have a car?
With bus.
Really? Isn't that
Sorry.
No problem. Just some water there if you need it.
Yeah.
So you'll just be like, all right, there's Portillo is going to be a storm, or Las Leñas there's going to be a storm, or wherever, and you'll just hop in a bus and try and make your way there.
And it's a long travels.
Jesus, dude, you like that?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I love that. It's because when I am there in South America, I am only focused in filming and in traveling.
And do you usually go down with a filmer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, and like filmer from home, or like who?
Yeah, from Valdaran too.
Oh yeah, so you're there with your buddies.
Yeah, in YouTube have the different movies. It's South Lines by Kayak.
Okay.
This is the last one in South America, and it's really nice work.
What was it called?
South Lines.
South Lines.
Yeah, by Kayak.
By Kayak.
Yeah.
Like the kayak, or is that the name of the?
No, it's the name of the brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you went kayaking down there too?
No.
So you go ski a line and then do you go kayak on down the river?
It's a really, I think it's my best work.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna post that. up.
Perfect.
South Lines by Kayak.
Yeah.
And then so just you and like two other people normally? Like, do you go ski?
Yeah, I try to ski with the local people.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have your
I
filmer and then the local people, and they show you.
Yeah, I like that because I think when you arrive, and if I am from Spain, no, and I arrive in Chile, and it's not I am Aymar Navarro and I go there because
Yeah.
I am the fucking boss. No,
Freeride World Tour. Don't you know who I am?
I think this is so stupid when the people is going with that attitude. For me, it's no. I don't need talk more with you. I think the most important is the local people, and if it's possible, share your project with the local people, because that people knows the place
Right.
better than you,
Right.
and he have more information, and he explain you the history about the place. I think it's really important that.
That's really cool, man. Because it's, I guess, yeah. Like, who knows more about their zones than the locals, right? Yeah, is it in Spanish, that movie?
Yeah, but it's only action.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't talk too
You
much.
don't- you're not
I
doing
don't.
the
I don't
talking-
like talk too much. I prefer lines.
Yeah. Especially with this too, you were very concerned. You're like, I don't know, man, about my English. I'm like, your English is fine. Like I said it.
Sorry.
No, you're great. That's good. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I've never been to South America. I was hoping to go that year that
I think it's a really good place, and the people is really nice.
if you had to
I love that place.
for someone like myself or people listening, where would you go first? So if you had to suggest to me, who's never been down there, I'm a skier, I know what I'm doing, someone who's really into that, to go to South America. So let's say everywhere has good snow.
I think that
where would you choose first?
The first unit landed in Santiago de Chile,
Mm-hmm.
because if you landed there, it's more easy to move. Depends. When you landed, you check the forecast.
All right, let's say everywhere is good.
Everywhere is good.
Let's say every single place in South America is
Las Leñas,
fine.
maybe.
You'd go straight to Las Leñas. It's Argentina.
Yeah, it's Argentina, and the terrain was crazy.
Why? And it's because it's like bigger terrain is good. Is it because
No,
the
the
hotels
ski-
and the food is nice, or is it just skiing?
the mountains. The ski resort, it's not much bigger, super old. The hotels was normal, but the mountain was crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's really crazy. Yeah, the last chairlift, it's super old, but arrive at 3,400 meters.
Phew.
And after that, if you take the skins,
And that's the base.
no, the base, I think it's 2,000.
Okay, but 3,000 is yeah.
Yeah, I think you have 1,500 vertical drop.
Phew, nice.
Yeah, and you have the south face. You have a lot of options about the couloirs, and if you take the skins, when the snow it's really bad in the bottom part, you take the skins and you arrive at 4,000, close to 4,000 meters, and wow, in the crazy cerros.
Yeah.
It's mountains.
Did you ever have any issues with like altitude, like climbing and cruising around?
Not in that altitude.
Not really.
No.
Because right about
And
there
after-
is when people start getting
Yeah.
getting it, I think.
And after that, close to Santiago, Chile, you have the ski resort in Portillo, is in the border, but after that you have La Parva, Valle Nevado, Farillones, and after that you have El Cajón del Maipo. It's not the ski resort, it's one place, it's one valley, and it's...
So have you been doing this? How many years have you been going down and doing these trips?
5.
5 years. So you kind of have, someone in all these spots now, I bet, too. So you're like, hey, Jose, I'm coming down.
Of course, and if you check the movie, it's... The final of the movie was crazy because I ski inside of the crater of the volcano.
Oh, yeah?
It's not active,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a mini Alaska.
Oh, really? In the crater?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Was it the Sherpas movie? I think maybe it's the Sherpas that went and they skied into a crater in, I think, Ecuador. I'm maybe butchering it. If I get this wrong and you guys are listening to this, send me a message to put me right. But I think it might have been with... I can't remember, but I know... I'm just ruining. But they skied into the crater and then it erupted like the next year.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, when I arrived, I think it's one of the biggest moments in my career when I arrived to the top of the crater of the volcano. Just
what was it called?
Volcán Puyehue.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Volcán Puyehue.
Puyehue.
Okay.
Yeah. And I started to walk at 5. I arrived just in the sunrise.
Now, do you like camp in the do you ski down and camp in the crater?
You have a refuge on the bottom.
Outside or inside?
Yeah, no, outside.
Yeah.
Outside. It's 2 hours from the refuge to the top of the volcano, something like this, maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But when I arrive there and when I see the sun just in the middle of the crater, it's like... Wow,
coming up
man.
over the edge. Yeah.
This is my moment.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that. All right, cool. So I'm going to make sure I get all that information. I'm going to post it up on the page and then share that too. And I got to ask you, is the hardest part of all this travel that you do? You talk about the anxiety and the pressures, and you talk about having to organize the 3 big parts of your life. Is the worst part or the hardest part of doing all of that leaving your dog at home?
Yeah, but the dog is bigger than me, and
is it bigger than you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Huge. It's a dog alemán, Grand Danés.
It's like a Great Pyrenees. Similar. What is it?
No, it's Grand Danés. It's I don't know. It's dog alemán or Grand Danés. It's.
You gotta send me a picture.
Yeah.
Is it like kind of like a great like a Saint Bernard or a Great Dane or one of those kind of big dogs?
I don't know. It's huge.
What's the dog's name?
Tuk.
Tuk.
It's in Aranès because in my valley have 3 different languages. It's Spanish, Catalan, and Aranès.
Aranès. Okay, I didn't know it. Okay, Aranès is another language.
Aranès is the official language in my valley.
Okay.
So
the dog is an Aranès.
No, the Tuk, it's in Aranès, it's like Summit.
Oh, the Summit? Okay.
Summit is Tuk.
Oh, cool. And then so the breed is an Aranès?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever heard of this dog.
Wait.
And he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
What does he weigh?
I don't know. I don't know.
So who looks after this dog when you're away?
Sorry?
Who takes care of your dog when you're away?
When I'm not at home.
Yeah.
With my fathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the family looks after the dog.
Yeah.
But I find that's the hardest part for me is when I travel is I have to leave my dog at home. And every once in a while I want to, holy crap. It's kind of like a Great Dane almost.
Yeah, Grand Danés.
Oh, okay. That's the it's a Great Dane. Yeah. He's huge. He is taller than you.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. He's a big dog. Why did you get a Great Dane? It's like a horse.
Yeah, it's like a horse, little horse. Yeah.
How come you ended up getting a Great Dane?
Look that. This one. It's
You gotta send me this. He's taller than you.
Yeah.
He's huge. Is he a lap dog? Does he like try and climb up on you when you're like...
No.
Holy smokes. How long have you had him for?
8, 9 years.
Hey, so he's kind of old for a Great Dane.
Yeah, it's really old. I have another with the same Grand Danés.
Yeah.
And he that we.
So you have 2 of them?
Yeah, this is the second one.
Oh, you've had 2. I thought you meant 2 at the same time.
No, at the same time, no. He did that when he have 8 years, something like this, because it's the normal age.
About 9, 10, 11 years. Yeah. 11 years
8,
if you're
9,
lucky.
10 is the maximum.
Yeah.
But this is on fire. All the fucking days, all whatever the hour, it's like a Peter Pan. It's funny all the day.
This dog, he's always having a good time. That's crazy, man. Like, do you have a big house? Like, how do you manage it? And like, let me ask you this. Do you have to use 2 bags to clean up his mess?
Yeah.
You walk around with a shovel?
Yeah. Something like this. No, it's not this bad. It's similar. Yeah.
Cool. Well, like I said, is that the hardest part of traveling and leaving? You have to leave your dog at home?
Yeah, one is this, and the other right now it's to prepare one travel. It's horrible with the fucking COVID to prepare all the papers, all the tests, everything is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's starting to get easier now though.
It's terrible.
It's like, and you obviously are still a little upset because
yeah.
I got super lucky. I didn't have to get tested. I got tested going to the States in like the fall, and it cost me like $300, and yeah, it was stupid. And then I didn't have to get tested to go here to fly into Germany, and right now they're changing the rules, so I don't think I have to get tested home. So it seems like even though COVID is still everywhere, everybody's just like, all right, fuck it, I'm over it. No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Did you find that with like as for work, you had a lot of calls that were COVID related?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot.
It's a scary disease.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
it's not good when you live that moment about when you go to one house to take a family or in the not good conditions and the family knows it's not coming more to the house. It's like, yeah, it's.
So do you as a first responder, did you have to wear like a mask and, and a shield? Did you have to wear like a full bodysuit?
Yeah.
Like, did you know a hazmat suit?
Like astronaut.
Yeah. So
it's similar.
full. Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is scary. So obviously you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 doses. I need that food for my work.
Yeah, and it's required. Wow. Well, thanks for all the work that you do. It must be hard to see and deal with that all the time. Difficult to when you go to those places and.
Yeah, it's really difficult. My work, when you have work, it's really difficult everything, because if you are a fire, it's really bad for the family. It's the house of that guys. And if you go to the accident, it's really bad because that guy have an accident. Maybe only crash the car, but if it's imagine if sometimes you have that bad luck and you crash and you are okay, but you body
hurt the other person. Yeah.
And it's it's terrible, but at the same time I like to help.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why you do it, right?
Yeah.
You want to help out. It seems like, since all the talking is that you were very like an empathetic person. Do you know that word? No. Empathy means that you act in a way with other people in mind.
No.
So what you do, you're always thinking about, I'm working as a fireman, I'm going to worry about this person that I'm helping.
Uh-huh.
You're working on the Freeride World Tour. I want to bring you guys to Baquiera because my town is going to benefit from it. The Freeride World Tour is going to benefit from it.
For me, is all the time in my mind is like this. It's first is my valley, first is the people, and after I am me.
Yeah.
For me, that is the important, but not only for this, for all the time in wherever.
Yeah. You think about other
for
people.
The life.
You do things for others. I
think if all the people have this in the mind, the world is better and better.
I agree. Well, let's leave it there.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end. Thanks for coming and sitting down with me, man. It's nice that we could finally do this.
You're welcome.
Aymar Navarro. Cheers, buddy.
You've been listening to the Low Pressure Podcast, the podcast for skiers. This has been a Redmark Media production.